Good morning, everyone. I hope you're doing well out there. This is Damo and
Cal?
Big Cal, and he's already got his safety goggles on, looking sharp today. All right, so today is going to be a really cool lesson. We are going to be flying some paper airplanes, designing the best paper airplanes, talking about fixed-winged, rotary-winged aircraft.
Yep, that's right.
Building some launch pads.
It's going to look cool.
It is?
Yeah.
Okay, so let's get into it. Quickly, I'll get the next slide over. If you ever miss any of these lessons, make sure that you can catch up with the lessons at stempunks.com. You can check it out on your phone, tablet, you can check it on the computer. One of my mates was streaming it straight to the TV, so he saw our big goofs on the live screen. Yeah, perfect. So I'll put a big, there you go, that's just for you, Caro. So anyway, we've had a few shout outs this week.
Yeah, excellent.
Thanks again for those prototypes and those designs coming through. Remember, all those prototypes that get sent in, we look at them, we try and figure out which are the coolest, and who put the greatest effort in,
yep.
And then we just try and post them out. And we'll do, look, if you send it in to us at #StemPunks and StemPunksAU, then we'll be able to make sure that we can see it. It notifies us at the team.
Yep, exactly. So
Big Cal's going to have a chat about the designs that came through this week.
Our first prototype, so Helena here. So what we can see here is Helena's designed a submare plane. Right, so what this is designed to do is it's supposed to go on land, sea, under the water, and also in the air, Damo. So it's a very universal design and can be used for anything in the future, really. Looks really good.
Yeah.
Yeah. So thank you, Helena. Looks really great. So next one, we have Ali here, who has designed, looks like a sort of single pilot helicopter. And so it's delivering flowers. So it's got a retractable claw that can deliver goods to people. So it could be anything. That could be flowers.
You could send me some flowers then, couldn't you?
I would send you flowers every day, Damo. But the main thing is it's a really good design and it's really useful in today's 21st century, isn't it?
Bit of social distancing.
Bit of social distancing, but it can deliver goods and services to people.
So not only flowers, but other things perhaps.
Good job, perhaps. Ali. Excellent. Ali looks really good. And then we've got Xant's design here. So what I'm looking at Xant's, it's designed to do.
In here, he's got his quadrants done as well. So he's gone through our quadrants and what our design thinking process, and then he's done a cool little design for us. So thanks heaps for those designs coming in. Really, really awesome job. Let's have a look at one that we have designed. Obviously, when we're talking about STEM, we always talk about science, technology, engineering, and maths, but we try and blend it all together. We also try and incorporate a lot of the arts. So if there's any art teachers out there, we try and do it. So just make sure we couldn't trademark STEMpunks, so that's why we're STEMpunks. Okay, so Cal.
Just before we get going, Damo, we need to make sure that everyone's got their protective goggles on. So making sure that our safety goggles are on and that we are keeping safe with all this stuff.
So with the safety goggles, the reason we're going to be needing that is that we are going to be flicking rubber bands and things around.
Yep.
So we just don't want anyone to get injured. We want you guys to have heaps of fun and experiment, but we want to keep your eyeballs in your head. Okay, that's just the easiest way to say it.
Yep.
Now, let's get on to our design thinking process. Now, I'll just move some of the stuff. On Monday, we went through the empathize, define, the ideate, and now we've got a little prototype that Big Cal's designed.
Yeah, that's right.
Now, Cal, I'll let you talk us through that one.
Yeah, sure. So first of all, what I did was I went through our first 3 stages. So I did my design and my layout.
That one closer.
Yeah, sure. Thanks, Damo. So it's just tells the user how it's designed and what the purpose is. But as you can see here, Damo, what we've got some fixed wings here on the design, and then we've got a general body here as well. And also underneath you can see these straws that I've attached here. So these act as like a pump system, and what this was designed to do, guys, is pump out what's called Elide balls, and they're fire extinguishing balls. And they're supposed to use so this design was used to try and counteract the Australian bushfires. So this was my little prototype that I designed. I think it looks pretty reasonable. And I think it could be very useful to not only our culture, but cultures all over the world that suffer bushfires.
So that's a drone, is it?
Yes, it's a drone with fixed wings.
Cool, okay, fixed wing drone. That's a cool segue going into our next little segment that we're going to be talking about, because we are going to be designing two types of aircraft today, a rotary and fixed wing aircraft. Now, before we get further, we need you guys to know the difference between these, and then we're going to start designing. So have a look at this clip. Okay,
looked really good.
This is something happened outside. So, Cal, what were your big takeaways from rotary wing?
Really good. The main thing was in the environment in which they're both used in different environments and whether the wind can affect it. And it looked like that the fixed wings obviously have to fly at a higher sort of level altitude. Sorry, thank you, Damo. It is Aviation Week, but a higher altitude compared to the drones, and looked like it was good for mapping. But there was some difficulties with landing a fixed wing.
Yeah, you need a bit more space.
You need a runway, really, don't you?
Yeah.
So it seemed like the drone system seemed a bit more universal.
Let's get on to the design thinking process again, because we're going to have a bit of a chat about how we designed our own little rotary winged aircraft. Now, as you can see, we were just mucking around last week trying to design out our own. This is a pretty cool idea. We got up to the prototyping and evaluate stage. Now, if we can quickly squick on through to the next video of Cal and I attempting what we built, and then you can kind of see the difference between the rotary winged, and I'm going to talk about that in a second, see if it's going to quickly skip on through.
Us designing our initial prototype, isn't it, Damo? What are the tools that we're using here?
Just a hot glue gun. Now, if you don't have one of these, I'm going to be designing one up in just with plastic. Sticky tape.
Perfect.
And they're like paddle pop sticks. I don't know what you call them in England and all those kind of. We know a lot of people are watching around the world. What do you call them?
Paddle
sticks?
Paddle pop sticks.
What do you call them if you don't call them paddle pop sticks? Anyway, so whatever you guys call these things, use them. So you can see that we started to design one, and you can see hopefully we'll be able to see, okay, so why we've done this is that when we went out and we threw them without putting these little paper bits on, the flight was really fast and erratic. Now, we can see that we put these paper bits on it and they all face the same direction, but that actually helped out the aerofoil, which slowed the pace down of our little boomerang. And watch Callum, he couldn't catch a cold, this bloke. Captain Butterfingers, there he is, he's got it, he's got one.
Perfect, a big high five there. But the main thing was the design, wasn't it, Damo?
Yes, it was, we got away from having a bit too much fun that day. Okay, so if we have a quick look, I'm going to show you how I can build one really quickly. Now, I've just got a nice little equal shapes there. I get a little bit of sticky tape that I tried to do. And there's no really clean way of doing it. So if you don't have the hot glue gun, it's fine.
You just use sticky tape.
Use sticky tape, and then Bob's your uncle.
There we go. So that's our rotary wing design.
Yeah, and so that one is that we would start throwing that one. We found out that was going really quick. It was kind of fun. but we needed to slow it down, and that's why we put those paper bits on.
And so and what happened to the difference? There was much more control, wasn't there, Damo?
More control, went slower, so then old Butterfingers here could actually learn to catch one. So that was a pretty cool experiment for us to learn about airfoil and rotary winged aircraft. Now, this is a really cool one that we're going to be showing you guys. It's the world record of paper airplanes, because we know a lot of kiddos are out there right now just going, we want to start designing our paper airplane. We're going to get into that in a second. So whilst this clip is going, if you haven't already got a piece of paper, can you run off, grab some piece of paper? You're still going to have time, and then we're going to get into designing up our own paper airplanes. So that's going to go for about a minute, so you got a lot of time. Off you go.
There it is. There it is. We are all over that one. That's going to do it. Get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there, get up there.
They had commentators on this. Think that you can throw a paper airplane 226 feet? Well, you just saw the new Guinness World Record in that. It broke the old one by nearly 20 feet. The guy who threw it is a former University of California quarterback, so Buddy's got an arm. He says that it took about a year to get this right, and that it took a lot of finesse and strength. I'll bet so. And there was a big crowd for the paper airplane.
Wow, so over 200 feet there, Damo. So quite an impressive paper airplane design. But I think what the ones we're going to do today might even top it.
Well,
so we'll see how it goes.
I'll tell you what, here's the cool thing. Like, if you guys are designing a really cool, and you make one this, we're going to put a few designs, 3 different designs on our www.stempunks.com. So there'll be 3 different types of designs on that in a PDF, so you guys can check out the ones that we've built. But if you can film something, or if you want to take some photos of you shooting, like flying some cool paper airplanes around, make sure you hashtag us and at StemPunksAU, and then we'll see if we can put it up on a little montage of clips being sent in. So let's have a look.
But I'm going to start taking a look at a paper airplane design now. So this is just a simple basic dart one that you might want to do. So really simple, just with an A4 piece of paper, guys. We're just going to fold it in half initially. All right, and when you're doing this, just take your time so that it's nice and symmetrical or even. Okay, you don't need to rush when you're doing these things. Okay, so after I've done that, I'm then going to open it up. Okay, afterwards I'm going to fold this top left corner in towards the middle of the page. Okay, and then I'm going to do the same thing with the right hand side. Okay, just as I'm just taking my time, making sure it's nice and symmetrical. And so I've got this initial design here. Cool. Once I've done that, I'm then going to take this left-hand corner here and bring it in to the middle, like so, and then folding it down. And then I'm going to repeat the same process on the right-hand side. And Damo, I have no doubt that there's kids out here that can do way better designs than myself.
I agree.
So, you know, you guys definitely design them, send them in, and we can put them up for you guys. So I've got this design so far. Afterwards, I'm then going to fold it into the middle. And this is just a basic speed dart airplane, guys. And then from there, that's the middle again. I have it folded over. I'm then going to fold the wings over. And just taking my time, making sure it's nice and symmetrical. And this is going to be cool because we're going to use this off our modification ramps later, aren't we, Damo?
Yes, we are. Now we're going to have a chat about the modification, our little launch pads in a second. But as we can see, we got Callum's paper airplane pretty much good to go. Now, when we start looking at our paper airplanes, a really cool way that we can start to modify these ones is you can put paper clips out in the front. You can put paper clips down the back. And so when you're flying it, you can actually see where the paper clip was situated is going to help it out fly the furthest. That's a cool little experiment. If you want to change it around a little bit more, you can put sticky tape and things like that. So stuff that you've got at home, have a little test and play against your friends down the park, wherever you want to do, or just try and get a PB.
200 feet, remember
200 feet, that's the record. Okay, so let's have a quick look at one that I was playing around with on the video if anyone was having a look at. I'm going to show you quickly, as you can see there.
Whilst you're doing that, Damo, I might design this one as well.
So I put a little safety clip right at the little nose. I'm going to hold it up there again.
Looks good.
Right at the nose. So therefore, and I've just put it in and I put sticky tape around it. I mean,
You can use the hot glue, but yeah, sticky tape, good,
Easy.
good tool.
easy. So I found it by putting a little bit of extra weight, and I needed some weight down at the back as well. I didn't know I was going to need that, but it looks like it started to fly really well and good balance.
Yep.
So we're going to talk a bit more about, you know, the airfoil and balance of aircraft on Friday, and I'll talk to you a little bit more about Friday coming up in a second, but we'll get through this lesson first, and then we'll get into it. Okay, so how'd yours go?
Yeah, I'm still just working on mine. I'm just
You
going
need
to do
tape?
something similar to what you did, Damo. And I've got some tape here already sort of ripped off.
Okay.
But we've got 2 designs here that we can test out. And I'm sure the kids at home have got some other great designs. But this is a good way, using this paperclip, to use our modification, isn't it, Damo?
And you can also use cardboard. Like, don't feel confined just with paper. So if there's other materials that you want to do, try and figure it out. Like, cardboard might be a bit more of a sturdy
It's sturdy,
flight,
yeah, exactly.
so you can have a crack at that.
Yeah.
Now, then we start getting into a lot more of the engineering side of STEM, and we have designed some little apparatuses to show you guys. Now, I'm going to quickly show a quick clip about
design,
how we built them, and then we're going to talk to everyone about what we did to construct them. Okay.
Some excellent flight there, Damo. It looked good.
Some very good footage. It looked a lot better than it went.
Yeah. I'll call you Maverick now.
Yes, and you'll call you Goose.
So let's start talking about the back to the design thinking, Damo.
Okay, so now we've been talking a lot about our paper aeroplanes, but now we're also going to get into our design phase. Again, our design thinking process about building out our little prototypes. Our launch pad, sorry. So now we've gone through, we've empathized, we ideate, we've been talking a little bit about this off camera, and now we're going into the prototype phase. Now the prototyping is going to be really easy because we're just going to start constructing.
Yep.
You know, we're not after a perfect design straight off the bat. We just want to start getting rustling some stuff up.
Yeah, so let's take a look at this first one, Damo, that we've sort of did a little bit of the design of, as you can see here.
So why this is really good is because when we're using bricks, do you like that trademark? Bricks. Everyone knows what they are. So we can really start to construct something that's going to be pretty quick, pretty easy, and we don't have to think too much about it. So what we did is there's a little bit of rubber band.
And that's great because kids at home have these tools at home for them to use.
You've got heaps of school. You can see that there's a rubber band kind of going through a hole there. So make sure when you're starting to use these and you're doing the launches, put your goggles on.
Safety first, guys. Make sure you
still got it on. You haven't taken them off. He's so
always
safe.
have them on, kids. Very important.
Oh, these ones are really clear. No, everything's foggy. All right, so now I keep building up. And as you can see, I've purposely, there's like a little ramp just down there off the side. You can see there's an angle there.
Yep.
Now, if you want to start getting into the math side of things, start talking about what is that angle? Why is there an angle there?
Yeah, that's right.
Why do you think?
Do we need it to go, well, we need it to go higher, don't we, this angle, really?
Yep.
So proportion heading up.
Yep, so that's why then we just do a little mat there to make it look nice and pretty. So that's a cool little design, initial design of a launch pad. If it's not going to work, we can change it around pretty quickly to start shooting things off. So what I recommend is before we start prototyping, get onto your bricks. Ooh,
Get
nearly
onto your
got me,
bricks
nearly
and
got me.
start taking a little play around with this sort of stuff, isn't it?
Get onto, start having a little play around. And then once you've got this, you might want to start getting onto.
And this is where this ramp is a bit higher, isn't it, Damo?
Yeah, so from this one, the bricks, we just go, right, I'm pretty happy with that design. I liked how it looked. I liked the functionality of it. Now I'm going to start stepping it up a notch. I've got the hot glue gun out.
Yep.
And then we started.
This looks really good. I like this angle that you've done here.
Yeah, a little bit steep. You can also
Yeah.
see on the side, where's the camera there? You can see on the side there's that little lip.
Yep.
So I've just put some cardboard there, just because I'm a bit of an engineer at times. I put some cardboard there, just so, what are you laughing at? Like,
No, it looks good. It looks really good, Damo.
like, putting me off. Anyway, so then we put it there, and then we got the rubber band there, so it wouldn't just flick through. So you can put it like a safety clip or something there.
Yeah.
See
So
on
it
the
looks
other
really
side.
sturdy, yeah.
Well, it does look sturdy, and I'm happy if let's see if we can shoot one off towards the camera.
Yeah, so we've definitely got Michael, our
If it hits
producer
the
here.
camera,
He's
I'm
got
really
his
sorry.
safety goggles on as well. So.
Goggles on, everyone's got their goggles on. So now we've gone through the first type. Remember where we are in terms of our design thinking. So in our design thinking, every time I'm looking at this, I come back to the design thinking. Now I'm still at my evaluate. So I'm going to go through, I'm going to go have a little
play around with the Damo. Have a little flick and see how it goes.
Oh,
That's good.
NASA, give me a call.
So why don't you try this one, Damo? So two
You have
different
a go.
options,
You
all
have a
right?
go.
Okay. So what we're going to do, I'm going to move mine back a little bit more so I can get a bit more propulsion.
Watch out for the production
But
team. Do
there-
have goggles on.
Oh, and it's not even explode.
Yes. What are you doing?
Oh, so the
Okay.
tape has
What do you think's going
anchored.
on?
So what has gone wrong here? So the tape has buffered the design, the launching of it. But now, so I've gone back. And let's try that again, okay? There
Not
we go,
bad.
straight to
Not
our producer,
bad.
Michael. Thanks, Michael.
Anyway, moving on. Thanks, Callum. That was just perfect designing. Anyway, so that's prototyping. It didn't
Exactly.
work. Why didn't it work?
Yeah, why didn't it work? Because the
So
sticky tape was in
half
there.
the fun is figuring out when things do go wrong, is figuring out how to
How
fix
to make
up.
it better.
So do you mind quickly running and grab those
Yep, sure.
paper planes again? And then now that we've just been having a bit of a chat about our first prototype, we've got one prototype with bricks, then we've got another one with our cardboard, was a little bit more sturdy. We put a bit of hot glue gun in there, we got hard cardboard, so those are pretty cool. And now I've just vamped it up a little bit more, and I've gone down into the toolbox, and I've just put a little couple of, you can put some screws in there, or a couple of nails. I don't know if I'll hold it up a little bit closer to that camera.
There we go.
Have a look at that. So you can see
You see
that's a
that?
pretty easy design, but all of them have got the same fundamentals. Like they all started going off with
Yep.
a bit of an angle.
Bit of a ramp. Yep, correct.
So I liked this one because it was sturdy. It was a lot more rigid. I could be a little bit more robust with it, could throw it around if I
Yep.
want to, drop it, no
Exactly.
problems. If I'm going to drop the Lego one, doesn't matter. But remember, bricks one.
Bricks one,
They
yeah.
got me. Anyway, so the bricks, if I do drop that one, I've got to rebuild it.
Yeah.
This one is a really cool design, and that's like the progression. So
Exactly.
now we come through our prototyping, our evaluate design, and then we can go down to our iterate, and we can figure out which is the best design and how do we keep improving. This is a lot of fun, and so now we've actually designed, we've talked about rotary winged aircraft.
Yep.
We've talked about the difference between rotary and fixed winged aircraft. Then we've designed our first rotary wing aircraft, so you guys can play around with your paddle pop sticks and then your little aerofoil over here. So just you can design, find out what's the difference in flight.
And don't forget to trial and error. Throw them outside, give them a bit of a go, because it's all about you guys and having a go at that flight path. Damo
Yeah.
and I had a go at it,
Yeah,
and
it's good
was
fun.
a lot of fun. Yeah,
Just make sure you got your goggles on that one as well.
Yeah, for sure.
And remember, just every time. If you want to get involved with us, just send us a little clip. Whether it's your school, community, or your brother or sister, anyone like that, just get in touch with us.
Exactly, yeah.
And then after the rotary wing, we went through our fixed wing, and then we started to do our modifications on our paper aeroplane. We're going to put 3 different designs that we've found that are pretty cool and pretty easy to use. If you're going to get more intricate and you want to get weird with it, hit up Google and find a cool design and then send us a picture. Or you could also send it into our Instagram.
Exactly, yeah.
And then we've gone through the final phase of boink, 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 our prototyping, our three little
ramps,
launch
little modifications.
pads.
Yeah, launch pads.
These will also be saved and put on our www.stempunks.com. So if you want your class or you want everyone to start designing their own launch pads with their own paper airplanes and doing like competitions, let's get into it. Have a lot of fun with it. Now, prizes.
Yes, so we've got one coming in from the side here. Look at this. There we go. Look at this prize.
Okay, so let's have a quick look at that one. I might get the goggles off. Okay, so we've got these ones. These ones are for the students that are going to send in a launch pad, also sending us a little picture of what they've designed. Again, we're not going over amounts. We're just going to see who's made a really good effort. That's what we're going to, judge it by.
Yeah,
who's made a really cool effort, and that could be a class. If there's a teacher out there, hit us up. Cara, I know, been looking at us, so big shout out to you. So we've got 3 of these that we're going to be sending out, and that's all around the world. Fine. If it's someone from the States that you win, we'll send it to you. I'm not too sure when it's get there. Hit up Australia Post for that one.
It'll be a cool design, won't it, Damo? Yeah,
yes.
You can see here.
Can we talk about next week?
Yeah,
next Friday?
let's talk about Friday, Damo, because you seem excited about Friday.
I am. This is going to be fun, and we know we can do it. We're just going to have a bit more time today figuring out the best practice. However, it's going to be a remote controlled paper aeroplane.
Right, okay, so you're going to control this just from that remote right there.
Well, there'll be variations. There'll be variations of everything.
Sounds good.
That's going to be the masterclass. And in that masterclass, we've actually, in the STEMpunks team, we're lucky enough to have a helicopter pilot and a plane pilot. So these guys are switched on, and we're pretty sure we're going to get it cracked. And here's the best part: there's all fun for us to do, but we want to make sure that we're inspiring students to try and give it a crack at home.
That's it.
So we'll find out how that works out.
No, it'll be really good.
So set your reminders in 8:30 AEST, and that's going to be on Friday. So I'll be co-presenting that one, so it's going to be a bit of fun.
No, that'll be great, Damo. And maybe the real Maverick will come in out Friday.
He's here, says Goose. Anyway, thank you so much, everyone, for joining in and loving all the comments that have been coming around the world, all the emails, all the Instagram posts, LinkedIn. You guys have been great, and it really inspires us to keep going weirder and faster and harder. So have a great week. Stay healthy out there. Keep your distance away from Big Cal. And have a great week, and we'll see you soon.